Welcome back to Wrestle News Mania, your one-stop shop for all the latest WWE updates and insider news. Before we dive into today's action-packed stories, make sure to smash that like button, comment, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on the latest wrestling news. We've got a lot to cover today, from major returns to heartbreaking updates and shocking behind-the-scenes revelations, so let's not waste any time and jump right into the news. Big E's potential WWE return. Kicking things off, we have some big news on Big E, one-third of the New Day, who's been sidelined since March 2022 after suffering a devastating neck injury during a match on SmackDown. Since then, fans have been eagerly awaiting his return. Well, in a recent interview with Sports Talk Philly, Big E dropped some crucial updates that could determine whether or not we see him back in the ring anytime soon. He revealed that within the next 3 to 6 months, he'll undergo critical scans that will ultimately decide his fate. Here's what he had to say. If the scans look great, and the doctors say it's healthy for me to go back, then let's attack it fully. But I don't want to go back until I know it's safe. Now, this statement gives hope to all Big E fans who've been waiting to see the powerhouse make a grand return to the squared circle. The timing couldn't be better, especially with the New Day nearing their 10th anniversary celebration in November. Could we see Big E reunite with Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods in time for this momentous occasion? Well, stay tuned because this is one story that's just getting started. Update on Jey Intercontinental Champion. Moving on to Jey, who shocked the WWE Universe this past week on Raw by defeating Braun Breaker to capture the Intercontinental Championship. It was a feel-good moment for the penitentiary as Jey finally grabbed his first major singles title. The crowd went wild as Jey stood tall, but could this moment of glory be short-lived? According to Zero News, Jey's title reign may not last as long as many fans had hoped. Reports suggest that the creative team is already planning for a potential title loss, and there's talk that Breaker could get his revenge sooner rather than later, possibly even reclaiming the championship at WWE's next big pay-per-view, Bad Blood. This shocking news comes despite Rikishi, Jey's father, posting on social media. Everyone throw your hands in the air and say loud and proud, #JeyWins. While it's clear that the bloodline continues to dominate, Jey's championship run could be in danger. With Breaker itching for a rematch and a potential bloodline civil war looming, Jey's future as champion seems uncertain. Only time will tell how long he can hold onto the title. Seth Rollins' potential return and new WWE documentary. Now let's talk about Seth freaking Rollins, who's been off WWE TV since Money in the Bank 2024. Fans have been anxiously awaiting his return to the ring, but it seems WWE has other plans for the architect in the meantime. Zero News reports that WWE is currently working on a major documentary covering Rollins' first world title reign back in 2015. While fans might be disappointed that there's still no set date for his in-ring return, this documentary could offer a deeper look into Rollins' rise to prominence, his unforgettable feud with Roman Reigns, and the infamous cash-in at WrestleMania 31. Rollins has been a vital part of WWE storytelling over the years, and his absence has left a noticeable gap on the Raw roster. Although the documentary is an exciting project, fans are still eager to see Rollins back in action, and speculation continues to swirl about when he will make his in-ring comeback. Bronson Reed's scrap match with Seth Rollins at Elimination Chamber 2024. In another interesting development, Bronson Reed revealed that he was originally set to face Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship at Elimination Chamber 2024, which was scheduled to take place in Reed's home country of Australia. Unfortunately, due to Rollins' injury, that match never came to fruition. In a candid interview, Reed expressed his disappointment. Reed said, "The people that make the matches had told me I was facing Seth Rollins in Australia, which is dream stuff. Unfortunately, Seth got injured, and I never forgot that." Reed has been an imposing force since returning to WWE, and it's clear that the company has big plans for him moving forward. With his feud with Braun Strowman heating up, fans can expect Reed to stay in the spotlight, even though his dream match with Rollins was put on hold. Could WWE revisit this rivalry once Rollins returns? We'll have to wait and see. Vince McMahon addresses Chris Benoit in Netflix docuseries. In more controversial news, Vince McMahon has finally broken his silence on Chris Benoit in the upcoming Netflix docuseries about the WWE chairman's life. This marks the first time McMahon has openly spoken about the tragic 2007 murder-suicide involving Benoit. In a shocking revelation, McMahon said, "There's no correlation between steroid use and what happened to Chris Benoit. Chris went crazy. It happens in all forms of life. This statement is bound to stir controversy, as Benoit's name has largely been erased from WWE history due to the nature of his death. McMahon's comments could reignite debates about mental health, steroids, and the pressures of being a professional wrestler. As one of the most notorious incidents in WWE history, Benoit's actions are a dark chapter that still haunts the wrestling world. The Netflix docuseries will undoubtedly provide more insight into McMahon's thoughts on the matter, as well as other behind-the-scenes stories from his decades-long reign as the head of WWE. Why Shinsuke Nakamura is missing from WWE TV. Finally, we've got an update on Shinsuke Nakamura, who has been noticeably absent from WWE programming. Despite being a two-time Intercontinental Champion, Nakamura has not appeared on TV since the WWE draft, and fans are starting to wonder why. According to Wrestling Observer, Nakamura's absence isn't due to injury but rather creative issues. It seems WWE's creative team has been unable to find a solid storyline for the King of Strong Style, leaving him on the sidelines. Nakamura is one of the most talented performers on the roster, and his unique in-ring style has made him a fan favorite. However, with no major plans for his character at the moment, it's unclear when or how Nakamura will return to WWE TV. Well, that wraps up today's episode of Wrestle News Mania. What do you guys think about Big E's potential return? How do you feel about Jey's uncertain title reign? And what are your thoughts on Vince McMahon's comments about Chris Benoit? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget, if you enjoyed today's show, hit that like button, share with your fellow wrestling fans, and of course, subscribe to Wrestle News Mania so you're always in the loop on the latest WWE news. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.